Both of them are married. Both of them are in high-profile, controversial relationships. Swizz is married to Alicia Keys. Y'all keep saying Alicia Keys stole that man. You can't steal nothing, okay? That don't belong to you. I just want to put that out there, okay? Carmelo has been embarrassing LaLa before her body and after her body, okay?
Like, people are forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house.
Each of you, one word to describe your blended family.
Flow. My inspiration.
Victorious.
Yeah.
So get ready, because LaLa Anthony's name just set the internet on fire. And it's not because of a new series or a killer red carpet look. Word on the street is a private clip just leaked, and it's dripping with scandal. Allegedly, it shows Swizz Beatz getting way too cozy with LaLa, all while Alicia Keys was out here smiling for the cameras, thinking her marriage was locked in. When Alicia supposedly caught wind of it, insiders claim she went off. We're talking years of bottled up emotions exploding in one furious meltdown that shook the gossip world to its core. And let's be real, this rumor didn't just pop up overnight.
We love each other. I mean, we hang out with each other. We go to dinner together. Our family is one big, beautiful family. We're doing Thanksgiving. We're doing the holidays. We'll do a birthday celebration together. It is a beautiful partnership. I'm very, very proud.
Whispers about Swizz and LaLa have been floating around for ages, but now this alleged recording. People are calling it the smoking gun Alicia didn't want to believe existed. And here's the kicker. This isn't being painted as some one-night mistake. Nope. According to those in the know, this was brewing for a long time, all while Alicia was playing the picture-perfect loyal wife in public. The burning questions now, what exactly is on that tape? How deep did this go? And is Alicia ready to pull the plug on the whole marriage over it? Buckle up, because this tea is scalding. Now here's the real shocker. It's messy, but not exactly surprising. Swizz's reputation, it's been stamped in bold letters for years. If you know celebrity history, you know the pattern. Once he's gone, he's running wild, and if you take him back, well, history has a way of repeating itself. But this time, jaws are dropping because of who he allegedly crossed the line with. And this was no random fling. It's with LaLa Anthony. And that's why the gossip mill is spinning faster than ever. Word on the street is this alleged affair didn't just happen in passing. Insiders swear it ran for at least 3 years, maybe longer. Nobody suspected a thing because they kept it airtight, hidden from even the nosiest industry eyes. But now, with this so-called tape out in the open, every little move they ever made is getting dissected frame by frame. Fans are flipping their opinions, rewriting the perfect love story they thought Alicia and Swizz had. And here's where it gets extra spicy. People claim LaLa wasn't just sending flirty vibes. She allegedly started sliding in while he was still married. That's got everyone side-eyeing the whole situation in a brand new way. Now that the timeline's clicking into place, celebrity sleuths are saying if this marriage was already shaky behind closed doors, this just turned it into a full-on demolition. That power couple image, more like a fragile tower of cards and stilettos, ready to topple over at the smallest nudge. And let's not act like Carmelo Anthony's a choir boy in all this. His own track record in love, straight up chaotic. His name has been tied to everything from late-night hotel scandals to whispered side relationships, and yes, even alleged outside kids. While the public stayed glued to Carmelo's mess, barely anyone noticed the quiet storm LaLa might have been stirring behind the scenes.
So I don't have a problem with you, LaLa, and your husband.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay, all right, so wait, backstory.
Okay.
Because I held this in for an entire year, right? So when we first launched the reunion show, somebody that claims to be working in Swizz's camp reached out to me in what I now know is a DM via direct messenger, right? Saying, I work for Swizz and I need you to know that him and LaLa have been having an affair. They are madly in love with each other, but he has already told LaLa and continues to tell her, calm down, I'm not leaving my wife. If you don't believe me, go on his page on IG. He always starts leaving comments in the morning and she be the first one to respond. But she don't just leave one response. She keeps it going and going and going to the point where he says, you gotta chill because it's starting to look obvious to my wife. So I said, who are you and why are you giving this information to me? God, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm blessed.
And here's the twist that had everyone's jaws hitting the floor. while fans were busy dragging Mello for doing LaLa dirty. Whispers say she may have had her own side play brewing, with none other than Swizz Beatz in the lineup. Picture it, LaLa on the red carpet, smiling through the pain, playing the supportive wife in interviews, riding for Mello like nothing was wrong. But according to folks close to the situation, she may have already been slipping away to link up with Swizz when the cameras weren't rolling. Let's rewind to that infamous interview moment. LaLa stood firm, saying, "I wouldn't be with someone if he was cheating on me. There's no part of me that's okay with that. I don't go looking for things, but if I was to find out, I would deal with it. But I trust my husband." Fast forward, and boom, the truth about Mello's cheating wasn't just rumors, it was cold, hard reality. LaLa eventually filed for divorce, but that's when things took a wild turn. Inside chatter claims she didn't just walk away from Mello empty-handed. She walked straight into Swizz Beatz' arms. And this wasn't some casual text exchange or harmless banter. Word is, once Mello found out what LaLa had allegedly been doing, he lost it completely. The same man who had been running wild couldn't handle it when LaLa flipped the script on him. Classic case of someone serving the drama but choking when it's served back. But hold up, there's one more twist fans forgot all about, and it might just flip this whole story upside down. This secret fling isn't some brand new revelation. Radio host Ms. Jones actually dropped this bomb back in 2021. She claimed the leak didn't come from random chatter, but straight from someone inside Swizz Beatz' own inner circle. And they didn't just hint at drama. They served up full-on receipts, how long it had been going on, how far it went, and how deep both were allegedly in. Here's the jaw-dropper. Insiders say that once LaLa filed for divorce from Mello, she was expecting Swizz to make the same move, leaving Alicia Keys so they could finally go public. But apparently, Swizz wasn't about to set fire to his whole empire. Word is, he pumped the brakes fast, telling LaLa that it wasn't that simple. Translation, he wasn't risking the brand, the image, or the money. From there, Swizz went into full damage control mode, denying the whispers, swearing he and LaLa were just friends.
Forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
He even hit the internet with the cryptic Z knock at the F post, like that was gonna kill the rumors. Then he doubled down, posting a screenshot of Alicia's LaLa track with the caption, "Only LaLa I'm vibing with. Now stream Alicia's Miss Eber. That's real love." A bold move, or a bold cover-up. At first, sources say Alicia believed him. She stood by her man, played it cool, and brushed off the noise. But then, something shifted. She allegedly stumbled on undeniable proof. Something so obvious, so crystal clear, there was no way to talk around it. That's when the real explosion happened, behind closed doors, away from the cameras. And it wasn't pretty. The drama didn't just simmer, it blew up. Voices were raised, heartbreak came pouring out, and just like that, another anniversary turned into a war zone. The foundation Alicia thought she had cracked wide open. And here's the thing, this wasn't a brand new rumor out of nowhere. The gossip streets have been hinting at LaLa and Swizz's too close for comfort vibe for years. Remember that blind item from 2021 that read like it was straight up predicting this mess? It went something like, he's a talented hitmaker, but his type cheats quietly and cleans it up with a ring. Always been the pattern. Then came another whisper from an alleged insider claiming a fading chart topper was using fame and public appearances to hide the truth. Her spouse was slowly slipping away behind her back. Ouch! What makes this betrayal sting like salt in an open wound? Alicia and LaLa weren't just casual acquaintances, they were tight. Red carpet moments together, cute social media shout-outs, family dinners. This wasn't just infidelity, it was a knife in the back from someone who once stood right beside her like a sister. And if we go even deeper, there's an uncomfortable pattern here. Swizz's relationship history has been shadowed by irony from the start. His romance with Alicia reportedly sparked while he was still married to Mashonda, and not just from a distance. Word is that affair lit up under the very roof where all three were supposed to be working together creatively. So when this truth bomb hit the timeline, fans didn't hesitate to start connecting the dots, because to them, it looked like history was repeating itself, only this time, with a brutal twist that cut twice as deep. Now here's where the story takes a sharp turn. straight back to the block's original receipts. Way before this LaLa chaos, when Swizz and Alicia first started heating up, Swizz was still legally married to singer Mashonda. Yup, papers signed, ring still on, family photo still framed. And trust, Mashonda wasn't about to let her truth get swallowed up by some fairy tale love story. She came out swinging with a full-blown open letter that dragged every hidden detail into the light. No sugarcoating, no filters. According to Mashonda, while Alicia was out here writing love ballads and manifesting soulmate energy, Swizz was still living under the same roof with his wife, and they had just welcomed a baby together. That's right. Mashonda said she even went directly to Alicia, woman to woman, and told her point blank, "We're still married, we're still living together, we just had a child." And what did Alicia allegedly do? Kept it moving like it was just background noise. Mashonda didn't hold back in her now legendary letter, writing, "In the messages that I sent to her, I made it very clear that contrary to what she might be hearing, I'm still married to my husband, living with him, and just had a child. It's been 2 years, and I still have not received a response. What I do receive is constant displays of selfishness and disregard to me and my son." And then came the bombshell line that shook the internet. "I believed in her until I found out she was possibly sleeping with my husband." Even with all this, both Swizz and Alicia played the denial game, insisting nothing shady was happening. But months later, they finally admitted it. By then, the damage to Mashonda's marriage and public image was already done, and fans never forgot. The truth wasn't freely offered up. It had to be dragged out, bit by messy bit. But here's where it cuts even deeper. Mashonda says she personally asked Alicia to step back, to give her and Swizz the space to work through their family situation. Instead, according to Mashonda, Alicia ignored that plea completely and kept building her bond with Swizz like nothing else mattered. In that now famous open letter, Mashonda didn't mince words. "You know the role you played and how you contributed to the end of my marriage. You know I asked you to step back and let me handle my family problems that you helped create." Fans could feel the sting in every single sentence. It read like raw heartbreak in real time. Still, Alicia stood firm in interviews, swearing the romance only began after Swizz and Mashonda had officially split. She brushed off the backlash, blaming misunderstood timelines, and kept painting their relationship like some once-in-a-lifetime soulmate connection that happened at the perfect moment. But let's be real. When receipts are public and the math doesn't line up, people will do their own calculations. And now, years later, those same fans are pointing out the irony. Because the current rumors, they're saying LaLa allegedly pushed Swizz to leave Alicia and go public. The exact same move Mashonda's friends claim Alicia pulled back in the day. Back then, Alicia was said to be pushing hard to bring her relationship with Swizz out of the shadows and into the spotlight. And just like now, she eventually got what she wanted. But history doesn't just repeat itself. It tends to come back louder, messier, and with receipts no one can ignore. And it's true, it gets louder every single time this story circles back. Now people are asking the obvious question. If Alicia knew exactly how this love story started,
he wanted to know why I couldn't go see him at his dad's, and why can't his dad come over and see his bedroom at our house? It was really a wake-up call. Even if we don't want to for ourselves right now, we have to do it for him because he doesn't deserve it.
How did she not see the ending possibly playing out the exact same way? Here's where things really spiral. Insiders close to the situation say Alicia wasn't just sitting back, quietly hoping for her moment. She was allegedly pushing Swizz to end things with Mashonda. And get this, it was happening while Mashonda was deep in full-on mom mode, raising their newborn son and holding down the household. According to those same insiders, Alicia was encouraging Swizz to shut it all down with his wife completely. And then boom, just like that, he left Mashonda. No slow fade, no drawn-out separation, just gone. Now fast forward to today, and that same energy is boomeranging right back. Fans are calling it straight-up karma. What you help create eventually comes crashing down on you, only harder. And when you've been part of the storm before, people are less likely to hand you sympathy the second time around. But here's the part that really made jaws drop. The drama over Swizz didn't stop with him leaving Mashonda. According to multiple reports, Alicia allegedly tried to take things further, pushing for full custody of Swizz and Mashonda's son, Kasim Jr. Yep, right in the thick of all that tension, with emotions already running high. She was reportedly making moves that felt to a lot of folks less like a love story and more like a hostile takeover of the entire family. Alicia allegedly started stepping into major parenting decisions that at the time had nothing to do with her. And that's when people really began to side-eye the whole situation. Instead of it feeling like she was helping build a healthy blended family, insiders say it came off more like she was trying to rewrite or even erase the one that was already there. That move only cranked the chaos up another level. The custody tension got so heavy that Mashonda eventually had to make the ultimate call for her son's sake. She stepped back from the endless battles, deciding to take the grown route, choosing peace over public explosions, even though it meant co-parenting with the very woman she believed helped break her marriage. Mashonda swallowed her pride to protect her son. But let's be real. Just because she took the high road doesn't mean the public forgot how it all went down. Plenty of fans still believe Alicia used that child as leverage, not to build love and harmony, but to lock herself into Swizz's life permanently. That's not a fairy tale ending. That's a strategic play that looked a little too calculated. Eventually, Mashonda decided to fully accept the situation and move forward. Over time, she, Swizz, and Alicia started showing up together at events, posing like one big, happy, modern family. The smiles were there for the cameras, but the body language, people swore it told a completely different story. And the most side-eyed moment of all, that infamous sit-down interview they did together on national TV, the one that had fans pausing, rewinding, and rewatching just to catch every awkward glance and forced grin. You remember that ABC sit-down, the one where all three of them sat there talking about co-parenting like it was pure sunshine and maturity. They painted this picture of having moved past the mess and putting the kids first. But for a lot of people watching, the act didn't land, because behind those camera-ready smiles were years of drama that no soft lighting or carefully rehearsed answers could erase. And when the smoke cleared, here's the cold truth. It wasn't the person who stirred the pot that cleaned it up. It was the one who got burned. Mashonda, the woman left heartbroken, was the one who had to step in and bring peace to a war she never started. She was the one swallowing pride for the sake of her child, while everyone else pretended it was just growing pains. Publicly, people praised Mashonda for handling it with grace. But behind the scenes, word is, Alicia was moving in a very calculated way. She knew the homewrecker label had glued itself to her name. And instead of addressing it head on, she allegedly went into full-blown PR mode, flipping the script. Insiders say she rolled out a whole image cleanse, strategically staged interviews, picture-perfect family moments, curated Instagram posts, and a bonus mom narrative that painted her as the peacemaker in this blended family. Swizz was out here calling her his piece, dropping deep quotes about divine love like their marriage was some kind of cosmic miracle. But baby, fans weren't buying it for a second. They clocked the rebrand the moment it started. All those polished photos, matching outfits, and spiritual captions looked great on the gram. But to the people who remembered how it all began, those cracks in the picture-perfect image were impossible to ignore. And the more Alicia tried to cover them, the more obvious they became. Fast forward to right now, and word is, Swizz is allegedly out here doing Alicia the same exact way he did Mashonda. It's giving Karma Deluxe Edition, and fans are saying it loud. She should have seen it coming. Because let's keep it real. Swizz has a long, well-documented history of stepping out. This isn't new behavior, it's a pattern. So Alicia acting shocked? Now that's the real plot twist. Let's rewind for a second. Back in the early 2000s, while Mashonda was pregnant with their first child together, Swizz was already getting messy. And not just harmless flirting, we're talking full-blown affair with another woman, Nicole Levy. It didn't stop it sneaking around either. Nicole ended up pregnant at the exact same time as Mashonda. So picture this, Mashonda's at her prenatal appointments, carrying a child, building dreams for their future, while the man she loves is busy building another future with someone else. That's not just betrayal. That's betrayal on a surgical level. Calculated, cold, and happening right under her nose. And here's the kicker. Fans swear Alicia knew all about this history. She had the blueprint laid out right in front of her. The red flags weren't subtle. They were practically billboards. But she still thought she'd be the one to change him, that her love would somehow rewrite his entire past. Now, the tables have turned, and she's allegedly getting hit with betrayal from someone shockingly close, LaLa Anthony of all people. And with that twist, the karma conversation has exploded into overdrive. Fans aren't just talking, they're keeping score, and to them, this is the full circle moment they've been waiting for. People online aren't holding back, and they're spelling it out plain. If you help someone cheat, don't be shocked when they cheat on you too. And in Alicia's case, the fact that it's allegedly happening inside her own circle, that makes the sting hit twice as hard. The internet is lit up with that old saying, you lose them how you got them. And in this story, Alicia got Swizz while he was still wrapped up with Mashonda. Now, she might be watching that exact same playbook unfold, only this time, she's the one on the losing side. What makes it even wilder is, this isn't the first time Swizz's name has been tangled in shady rumors since they said, I do. For years, whispers of side flings, late-night mystery messages, and low-key meetups have followed him like a shadow he can't shake. But this time, the woman he's allegedly been creeping with is someone Alicia once called a friend. And that's not just betrayal. That's betrayal with a personal dagger. And here's where the story takes a gut punch turn. According to multiple reports, the stress and heartbreak Mashonda went through during all that early cheating chaos took a devastating toll on her pregnancy. The unthinkable happened. She lost the baby. It was one of the darkest chapters of her life. Yet even after all that pain, Mashonda somehow found it in herself to forgive Swizz. She held on, believing that maybe, just maybe, the man she loved would step up and start fresh. In 2004, they even went as far as getting married, hoping they could rebuild from the rubble. But instead of turning over a new leaf, Swizz cranked the volume up on the mess, proving that the drama was nowhere near over. While Swizz was allegedly sneaking around with Alicia Keys in 2007 or 2008, word is, he had another woman in the mix, Jonna Sebastian. And what happened next? You guessed it. Same story, different name. Jonna ended up pregnant and gave birth to his daughter, Nicole. Let that sink in for a second. This wasn't just Mashonda getting betrayed. Swizz was out here two-timing both women, juggling Alicia and Jonna at the exact same time. And the craziest part? Alicia didn't flinch. She stood firm in the middle of the storm, smiling through interviews, walking red carpets, and posing for photo ops like she wasn't sharing her man with half the city. And that's not even touching the other rumored flings. From hushed industry whispers to shady late-night DMs, Swizz's name has been linked to more side stories than anyone can count. So when fans say Alicia knew exactly who she married, they're not exaggerating. She saw the pattern up close, front row, and still chose to ride for him like he was her forever. But now, the tables have flipped hard. The same man Alicia once went to war for is allegedly doing her dirty, and the betrayal is coming from inside her own circle. Her friend LaLa Anthony, someone she trusted, is now dead center in the scandal. It's like a storyline ripped straight from a soap opera, except the tears, the tension, and the fallout are all real. And the full circle irony? Alicia built her love story on the rubble of another woman's heartbreak, and now she's being handed that exact same script, just with the name swapped. It's giving full circle, but in the most brutal, no mercy way imaginable. The exact kind of betrayal Alicia once turned a blind eye to is now pounding on her own front door. And the mess? Oh, it's only getting thicker. Word is, Alicia's not keeping quiet this time. Multiple sources claim she's been going off behind closed doors, and reports are swirling about explosive evidence, possibly leaked audio or even footage, that has her in full-blown meltdown mode. If even half of what's being whispered online is true, we're talking one of the wildest celebrity relationship scandals in years. The type of scandal that could rewrite everything we thought we knew about this so-called power couple. So the big question's now, will Alicia stay and fight for the marriage, or is she already plotting her exit? Will this whole thing blow over, or are we just seeing the very beginning of a storm? And if those rumored recordings ever go public, what kind of truths will they drag out into the light? One thing's certain, this is far from over, not even close. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did Alicia really not see this coming? Do you think LaLa crossed an unspoken line? And is Swizz ever going to change, or is this just who he is? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss a single twist in this saga. We're tracking every leak, every rumor, every update, and trust me, you'll want to be here when the next bomb drops. See you in the next one.